Hello everyone, I hope you're doing great. So in this video I'm going to be showing you how to fix any broken or bricked or boot looping Samsung phone. As you can see, I have this Samsung phone. This is Samsung Galaxy A04, and if I turn this phone on, as you can see, it's completely bricked. It doesn't go past the screen and doesn't boot. And this is not currently in the state of boot looping. I can turn off my phone from here, and if I turn it back on, as you can see here, it will show me Samsung logo and that same security error screen again, and I can't go past it. So if your phone is boot looping or is completely bricked like mine, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to fix that easily without any problem. And if you're worried about your data, I'm also going to show you a method which there is a chance, but I won't 100% tell you that 100% guarantee you that your data is going to be completely secure or saved, because obviously this is a complete disaster for your phone. Your operating system is completely corrupted and now your phone can't boot. So there is a chance that you can retrieve your data, but this is really low, and I'm still going to show you the method. The method is completely different. It's almost the same, just a few files difference. You can do that, but what I can guarantee you is after watching this video, 110% I can guarantee you that the phone that's going to be boot looping or a completely bricked is going to work like normal. So without any further ado, let's start this video. Without wasting any more of your time, let's start this video with. And first of all, we need to find the exact model number or model name of your phone. Most people know their phone model name, which is A04 as in my case, but it's not complete. This is just a model name. The model number is often different, and it's often 5 to 6 letters model number. What you need to do is, if you have your phone sticker on your back still, you're gonna have your model number printed in there. If you don't have your sticker like mine, what you need to do is you're gonna go to your phone box, and then at your phone box you're gonna see your phone model number. If you don't have those, no problem. So here I'm bringing my computer here. You're obviously gonna also need a quality data cable that you're gonna connect your computer and your phone with. So I'm just gonna connect them together, but you don't want to plug your laptop phone end into your phone. Currently what you need to do is we're gonna have to boot your phone into download mode. For that, if your phone is completely boot looping, like turning on and turning off, the procedure is different. What we need to do is you're just gonna, when your phone is gonna turn on, you're gonna have to wait for it until it turns off. When it turns off, just plug in the cable, press volume up and volume down together, and the phone will boot on automatically, because it's obviously boot looping. But in my case, when my phone is not boot looping, you're gonna have to find a way to turn off your phone. In my case, I can just press this power button and then it mostly turns off, but your phone doesn't turn off just like pressing your power button. What you're gonna do is you're gonna press and hold volume down and power button for at least 7 seconds, and then your phone is gonna restart when it's turned off, and then try to restart. What you need to do again, you have to plug in your phone with your computer using the USB data cable, and then you have to press in volume up and volume down buttons together, and the phone obviously restart mode, so it's going to turn on our again. But right now our phone is completely turned off. What we need to do is, when we plug in our data cable, we have to press volume up and volume down buttons simultaneously. So my phone is powered off, as you can see. Now I'm just going to insert my data cable, and then I'm going to keep pressing volume up and volume down all together. This is what you need to do. You need to see a warning screen for download mode, and we have to just press, as you can see, volume up to continue. So we just gonna have to press volume up once to continue. And here we are in ordinary mode, download mode, binary mode, whatever you call it, but I call it mostly ordinary mode or download mode. And now here you can see, if you can see it properly in here, the product name is A045F. This is what your model number is. You're gonna have to remember it. You're gonna have to download the exact binary for this phone. If you try to download any binary from other phone and you're gonna install in it, it's obviously not gonna install, and it's gonna worsen your problem. Now after getting your model number, we're just gonna have to download the firmware. I'm just gonna show you everything in my computer here. You can disconnect your computer here from your phone from your computer here if you want. And after downloading all the binaries and all the firmwares and all the softwares, there's just one firmware and one software. Both are officially from Samsung. After we're done downloading, we can continue to connect our phone again. So here we are on our computer screen. Now, first of all, we have to open up our browser. You can use any browser you want. I'm going with Google Chrome in here, and then you have to obviously, I've given these two links of those firmware website and the official Samsung flashing tool. All those links can be found in the video description. The flashing tool is called Samsung Orden. This is their official website, and the firmware download the website is SAMFO. Type in your phone model number here that we just saw on my video. For me, it was A045F, as you saw on the screen. Okay, here we go. This is the phone. It just gives you a brief overview of what your phone is, so you don't make the mistake of downloading wrong firmware or binary. Then if you go down, I'm actually in Pakistan, so I'm just gonna go with Pakistan here. I'm just gonna select Pakistan here, but you have to make sure one more thing. If you're trying to recover your data that's also on your phone, you have to make sure that you download the correct binary or the firmware of the correct country on your phone. Because if you try to install a different country's firmware on your phone, obviously your phone will be working all over again and everything, but the problem would be it will remove all of your data. CSE, but if you're just trying to recover your phone, like we are in my case, I can download and install any firmware from any of these countries I want. So I'm just going with my same country uh, and just scroll down, and then you have to download the latest firmware from the website. Then you again scroll down and then just download some for server. Just wait for a few seconds for the download to start, and just click on download here. So I just click save, download, install, but I've already downloaded it, so I'm not going to download it all again. And now it's about downloading the selection tool Orden from Samsung official website. You have to scroll down, and then you have to click on the latest stable version 3.14.1. Then you have to scroll all the way down again, and then latest version, just click on that. Then scroll all the way down again, and then click on the second one, which was the most stable one, which is selected, and then you just click on save. But I've already again downloaded it, so I'm not going to download it all over again. Downloading those both software, I've placed those both files. I've placed them on my desktop. This firmware and my Orden file. So I'm just gonna extract those both files because they're currently in zip file format. So we're just gonna use. You can use your Windows inbuilt extractor if you want, but I'm gonna go with 7-zip in here. I'm just gonna go with extract files. And first, I'm gonna extract 7 Orden, and then I'm gonna extract the firmware here. Firmware is obviously the largest file here, so it's gonna take some time to extract. So I'm just gonna extract it here, extract files, and then just go with OK. So we're just gonna have to wait for it to complete. So as you can see, we have extracted the Orden and the firmware file. We can now remove the both zip files here, and now we have just got our Orden and firmware here. First of all, let me show you what the firmware files look like. So these are the firmware files. These 5 files are what your firmware is. And then in your Orden, this is the software which we're going to use for flashing. It's officially from Samsung, as you saw. Just go and click OK. And there we go. This is the software. It runs without installation. Now what we need to do is we're going to have to import the entire firmware that we right now just extracted and downloaded into the software. For this, we have to click BL first. And now we have to browse to the firmware file that we just downloaded. So here's the firmware file on my desktop, and now because we clicked BL, we're gonna select BL in here. Then you're gonna see a check mark and the file name in here as well, which is gonna indicate that your file has been imported successfully. Now we're just gonna go with AP in here and do the same thing with AP. AP is the largest file, so it's gonna take some time depending on your computer speed. In this process, your laptop or computer or your software might say not responding, but you just have to ignore it, wait for a few minutes, maybe for a few seconds, and it will pick up all back again. Don't try to close anything or touch anything while it's importing. As you can see, AP has been also imported successfully. Now we have to import CP, and it's also imported. Now the important part, the CSC. If you go with CSC, now you're gonna have two options: CSC and home CSC. If you go with CSC, obviously you're gonna get a clean installation. Everything would remove, and all of your data would remove. All the application, viruses, malware, everything's gonna remove, and your phone will feel like you just got it out of the box. But if you're gonna go with home CSC, home CSC, what's gonna do is obviously gonna reinstall this firmware and everything, but also try its best not to remove your data. Well, alright, if you're trying to retrieve your data, this is the best shot you've got. But this also has some, chances that it might also remove your data if your operating system is in such bad state that it doesn't even know where your files are located at. So for in that case, it's also going to remove that anyways. But if you're just trying to make your phone, turn your phone from big to normal again, I would highly recommend you to go with CSC because it's obviously the safest and the cleanest method. But if you have important data in there and if you want to retrieve that, go with Home CSC. But as I told you, my phone is completely it's a spare phone. I mostly use it for experimentation and everything, so I don't have any important data on there. So I'm just gonna go with CSC here, so that it removes everything and just reinstall the whole operating system, the firmware and everything. But if you want to go with CSC, you can just select CSC. I'm going with Home CSC. I'm going with CSC here, so just do that. And now we import it into Home imported. You guys can see check in here. CSC is also imported. We're just gonna move to connecting our phone with our computer in here. So here is the software that we just prepared in our phone, in our laptop, sorry, the Odin software. And what we need to do is we're gonna have to connect our phone with a computer. Simply just connect it with your USB cable, and I'm just gonna plug it in. And after connecting your phone with your laptop, what you need to see is here you're gonna see an edit word said added, which means the computer and phone are completely connected properly, and you're also gonna see that COM ID here as well, which is going to indicate that our phone and computer are connected properly. Now we're just going to have to place our phone on a stable surface where it's not going to get disconnected. As you can see, it got disconnected in there for a second. Now we have to add it again, so make sure using a good quality cable in here that doesn't disconnect. After placing it on a stable surface, we're just going to go with clicking on start button, and the flashing will definitely get start. So we're just going to press start once in here. As you can see, it's starting here. You can see all those things that are installing in there. And you'll also see a line on your phone, but I would highly recommend you just leave everything as it is. Don't try to approach anything, try to touch anything, because if it disconnects, then we have to all start all things. And as you can see, reset and pause means our phone is going to restart, and we're going to be going into our phone's operating system directly. But here we just have to first disconnect the phone from our computer as well. You can just disconnect in here, and now the computer work is all done. Just have to wait for our phone to reboot. As you can see, it's rebooting in here. We're just gonna have to wait for it so that it can complete the reboot, because I removed all my data, so it's gonna take some time to install all the operating system files and everything. So you can see it's just completed booting, and now it's going to the welcome screen, setup screen of our Android phone. Okay, as you can see the welcome screen, I'm just gonna complete this, and then we're gonna see if the phone is completely working properly or not. But already we have reached there. It's a huge accomplishment, and our phone is working properly. Okay, so here we are on our phone's home screen. As you can see, we have booted successfully into my phone, and now my phone is no more bricked or boot looping or anything, and everything is working. Let me also show you if this is an official firmware or not, if the phone is working officially or not. So I'm just going to go into my phone settings in here, and I'm going to go into about phone, and then from there we're going to go into status information. And as you can see, our phone status is official. So after installing the firmware, our phone is still official. We're gonna get all the updates and everything. The phone is working just like it got out of the box. All the features and everything is working. Okay, obviously. So if this video is beneficial for you and you got your phone working by watching this video, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and if you have any problems or any queries, comment below in the video comment section. I will try my best to answer those queries as soon as possible. And thanks for watching. I will meet you in my next video. Goodbye for now.